Would you like to show up more authentically and mindfully um, at work, in your families, in your community? Um, there's research to show that leaders who show up authentically are trusted more. And this is especially true for women, as demonstrated in Harvard professor Ellen Langer's studies, that women are kind of in a tricky position that if we are very assertive, we are seen as too bossy and there's negative perception of us. And if you're too nurturing, then we're seen as being too soft to be leaders. And Ellen Langer's study showed that the way out of this dilemma for women is to show up mindfully, to show up authentically. And so, what gets in the way of us showing authentically? One of the obstacles is our inner critic. And so, we know from, again, from research and as shared in my book, that we can disrupt this inner criticism or our negativity bias with appreciative joy. So, appreciative joy is our capacity to see all that is good in us and around us in our lives. And so, today we're going to practice and play with that. I actually did this practice of appreciative joy uh, today while running. So there are many ways to practice with appreciative joy. And in particular, today we're going to focus on directing that appreciative joy towards ourselves. And so the way I practiced it in the morning while running, as I was starting to get tired, was I directed my attention to my feet and really appreciating my feet and my legs, my knees for holding up my weight, for allowing me to run, and then moving upwards to my arms, giving me that momentum, my hands, moving to my heart, and then my mind. So thanking my mind for all that it does and allows me to do all that I do. So that just that uh, bringing attention to that mantra, I appreciate myself, appreciate, acknowledge these different parts of my body, really was empowering and allowed me to move forward in my running with more energy and more joy. So, what we're going to do now, though, is going to be a little more formal. So, there's a formal way to also practice appreciative joy directed towards ourselves, where we're going to be repeating the mantra, I see myself or I see my goodness. And so just follow along and see for yourself what this does for you. Feel free to adapt this practice. If the phrases that I'm offering don't feel authentic to you, make this practice your own. And by repeating these phrases and words, one, we are stabilizing our minds on these pleasant, good phrases. And two, we're building that habit of seeing ourselves, seeing the good qualities in ourselves and disrupting our inner critic and transforming that inner criticism into wholesome acknowledgement of all that is good in ourselves. So, if you're ready, you can join me wherever you are, just lowering or closing your eyes so you can direct your attention inwards. And as always, we'll first stabilize the mind by returning to the breath, moving in and out of your body. Just for these few minutes, giving your full care and attention to your breath, moving with ease in your body. And let's just take 3 more conscious breaths. And now connecting with all that is good within yourself, connecting with the good and wholesome qualities in yourself. So, taking a few moments to identify and seeing in yourself your goodness. It could be, I appreciate my sincerity, my compassion, my kindness. I appreciate my resilience, my strength, my focus. So, just taking these few moments to genuinely see the goodness in yourself and silently repeating to yourself, I see my good qualities, I appreciate my good qualities, and name those qualities. Maybe repeat this reminder a couple of times. I appreciate my good qualities, my focus, my dedication, my sincerity, and just allowing yourself to really receive this appreciation in your body. And if you like, you can add to this reminder, I appreciate or I'm grateful for all that is good and wholesome in my life. And may my good qualities and good fortune continue to grow. So, really allowing yourself to receive this appreciation, this practice of gratitude. May my good qualities and good fortune continue to grow. So, if you're just joining in now, taking a moment to appreciate all that is good within yourself, taking just this few moments to acknowledge, appreciate your capacity for goodness. And each of us have our own ways, unique ways in which we bring goodness into the world. So it could be our creativity. So I appreciate my creativity. I appreciate my capacity to care for myself and others. And the rewiring that happens in our brain for gratitude, for appreciative joy, is when we allow ourselves to really feel that sense of gratitude and delight in the body. And whenever you feel ready, opening your eyes, and you can now continue to do this practice. You can return to it multiple times in your day. It could be in the middle of doing a project or a difficult conversation, or like today, I was doing it with running. You can do it when starting a new habit. You can do it when you're feeling self doubt before going in for an interview, going in for a new meeting, presentation. So, this really allows us to authentically connect with all that is good and disrupt our negativity bias, which basically is our tendency to only see things that we're not so good at, where we're striving to get better at. And this is about returning to that place of balance where we can also connect with what is authentically good with us. And that will give us the confidence to then connect with others and bring all that we have to offer authentically into the world. So I hope you continue to practice and play with this reminder. Appreciate yourself. So today's practice, that's coming from my book, Return to Mindfulness, in the chapter Appreciative Joy. And it's also available, these reminders are available on the Deckable app. So have fun with it. And I'll see you tomorrow at 4 o'clock Eastern Time. If you have any questions, comments, feel free to leave them, and I will try to get back to you then.